Hello everyone, this is Suresh from Azure ADB. Today our topic is how to use data type called Boolean type. So second one we'll see how to filter uh, data frame values based on Boolean type. So what is the function of Boolean type? Boolean type helps to specify that column should only have two values, either true or false. Using the right data type can optimize performance because Spark knows exactly how to handle Boolean operations effectively. So Boolean type used to represent Boolean values, which can be either true or false. This data type is commonly used when dealing with binary decisions or filtering data based on conditions and performing logical operations. So we'll see first what is the basics of Boolean type. So suppose I'm defining a equal to true. So as per PySpark, if you're mentioning true, that indicates that equal to 1. And if you're defining as false, that indicates 0. Okay, so suppose if I try to add this a plus b, that means true plus false. So true means 1, false means 0, that equal to 1. So if you try to print this c, it will result 1. Okay, and this one, it will print. Suppose if you consider print true plus true. So what is true mean? 1. So 1 plus 1 equal to true. So similar way, if you try to print false plus false. So false means 0. 0 plus 0, it is 0. So now we'll see by using one real-time data set. So suppose I have data set like this, and I have these many columns. And if you closely observe in these data types, so if you see this Boolean column, it is integer type, and you can see here also integer type, and it has values either 0 or 1. So this is one column, and if you see other column, this is graduated and it is reading as Boolean because we have true and false. Okay, so it is directly reading as Boolean type. So first what we'll see, first I'm importing functions. So call, when, descending, understanding, and from types I'm importing Boolean type. Okay, so first one, so how to count a Boolean in group data? Suppose we have here salary column we have, and course name is there, and we'll see course name, and graduated. Graduated means true and false. So we are trying to count based on these Boolean values. Okay, so first what I'm doing, I'm using group by on course name. So if we are doing group by on course name, see we have distinct values like Python, data science, accounting, soft skills, ADF, ADB, ML, Databricks. Okay, so like this I have it will group by, see it will group by based on distinct values. So group by course name, and I am aggregating on salary. So how I am taking average. Suppose if you take ADP, if first distinct value is ADB, so for ADB who are taking ADB course, that relevant salary. Okay. Uh, Suppose if ADB is having some three rows here, and if you take those three average salary, that is this one. Okay, average salary, and I'm trying to round off up to 2 decimal. Okay, if you observe after dot, you will have 2 digits. Okay, so on top of that, I'm using one more aggregate function, count. Count on graduated, and I give an alias, count underscore graduated. That is this one. Okay, so here in aggregate function, I used two aggregate functions. One is average and count. So this is average salary. This is count. So what it's doing is this count. If you see ADB, for ADB, uh, suppose you consider that suppose we have ADB, we have some three Boolean values. Maybe I will explain with some example. Yeah. If you see our input file, suppose I am filtering with ADB, filtering only ADB. And if you see here for ADB, we have graduate. This is Boolean column. So we have three rows. Okay. So that's why it's showing count 3. Okay. And this average, if you take this average, we'll get this one. So like this, for each course name, it will filter. Suppose ADF. See, for ADF also we have 3. Okay. See, suppose if you take DevOps, see we have 4. Okay, so like this it will filter based on this condition. Okay, so this is the method how we'll filter, like we can group based on our Boolean column. So that is this one, graduated. Okay, so next one, we'll see how to convert integer data type to Boolean data type. If you see here in our second column, we have this Boolean column and it has 0 and 1s. Okay, so this I wanted to convert to Boolean type. So what I'm doing, I'm using with column function on column of Boolean and I'm using cast function. I'm mentioning Boolean type. And if you see this result, see whatever zeros, ones are there, no, it will convert it to true and false. Okay, so next, how to filter a data frame by Boolean column. We have in graduated, we have true or false. Okay, suppose I want to filter only based on true. So what I'm doing filter option on graduated column and is equal to true. So it will generate records only related to true. So if I give false, then it will give only false records. Okay, so this is how we can filter based on Boolean type. Next, so by using a lit function, so here we are going to see how many different ways we can use Boolean type, means Boolean values. So first what I'm doing, I'm using with column function. And what I'm doing first, I'm using lit function and I'm giving direct true. Okay, so we'll see how it will generate for this condition. Lit true. So that is Boolean column. See, since we used lit function, it will populate true values for entire data frame. Okay, so second one, I'm using lit function, but this is a string type. This true is string type. So this I'm converting to Boolean type. So what it generates for Boolean 0 to column, again true. Okay, suppose if you don't cast this one, if you directly use it, then we'll get here, instead of Boolean type, we'll get string type. Okay, so second one is I'm using lit function and I'm mentioning 1. So since here 1 is integer, I am trying to cast as Boolean type. So what will happen? So 1 means Boolean 3 column. So 1 means true. It will populate true for entire data frame. And second one is 0 I'm mentioning and converting to Boolean. So 0 means false. If you see Boolean 4, all false records will come. Okay, so next, lit and string T, capital T. And this one I'm converting to Boolean. This is Boolean 5 column. See, this also populating true because this string we are converting to Boolean. And next I'm trying with small t for Boolean 6 column. See, it also populating true. So what it means, so if you want to uh, update values for any particular column, means by using with column, if you are adding a new column, so these are all the different ways you can use lit function to generate Boolean values, either true or false. See, if you observe this, for all these columns, it will generate same result. Okay. So you can, so here I tried true, no? You can try with false. Okay. So either you can mention true or false, or 1 or 0, or capital T, small t. So you can try with the capital F and small f also. Okay, so next one is convert Boolean data type to integer data type. Suppose if you see our graduated column, we have true and false. So in this one, I want to convert to integer type. So here we have Boolean type, and what I'm doing with column, and I'm giving new column name. And here I'm using when function, when and otherwise. So when condition, what I'm doing, df dot graduated. So that means this column, if it is equal to true, then assign one value, otherwise 0. So that means in this particular column, wherever you find true, it will assign 1, and for remaining values it will assign 0. So we have only true and false. That means other than true we have only false. So for false it will populate in 0 values. And after applying this when and otherwise condition, I am selecting only these two columns to show the difference. So this is our original column and this is our converted column. See, for true it giving 1, for false 0. True, true 1, false 0. These are all true ones. Okay, so I limited to only 10 rows. So you can remove this and you can check for uh, remaining values, means remaining records. So next one, this is the one way. This is the one way of doing this, converting by using when and otherwise function. So there is one more method. So here what I'm doing, same option with column, and I given some column name. And here also I'm using when and otherwise. But so in previous, what I did inside when function for this column, in this column, if it is true, so directly I given true is equal to true. So instead of this, what I'm doing, if call course name, suppose if you see, or we can see here only, see this one, this column, if this column, f lit Python. So that means whatever the records, whatever the rows, which are all equal to Python. So that means what it does, see course name unit. Okay, this is the new column. And if you compare these two columns, so what condition I given? Lit Python. So lit Python means what it does for this column, it will print all Python, 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 Python. So next, it will compare with this course column and this one. So suppose here Python is there, here Python is there, true. Next data science is there, here Python. So these are all, these both not matching. So that's why it populated false. For accounting, soft skills, ADB. So for remaining all things, it giving false. So wherever Python is there here, then only it will match because we used lit function. No? Initially, this all rows will be Python, Python, Python. So wherever Python is there, that relevant row here you will get true. So here Python is there, here it will get true. For remaining all views, it is false. So that is the meaning here. So if course name and is equal to flit Python, then you assign the value true. Otherwise, false. So that is the meaning. And this is second way. And third way, if you feel writing this much is a little confusing, then you can write a very straightforward uh, sentence by using with column and a given column name and where I want to assign course name. So this is a course name column. So here what I'm doing, if it is equal to flit Python. So since we discussed in previous statement, so wherever Python is there, it will print true. So on remaining all, it will print false. So this is straightforward. So no need to use when and otherwise. So PySpark will automatically recognizes this functionality. So that's all about this video. So if you really like this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you.